you again whenever. I'm like, this might be a while. This thing is
I think she got a big one, man.
yeah, I think she does too.
Oh, she's got a real one.
She's going to the 1 foot.
She did the one leg.
She is doing the one leg. Yeah.
There it is, the 1 footer.
The 1 foot.
That we use for Spanish? That would get smoked.
That is a nice sea bass you got, man.
What do I do when that happens?
Do you just let him go?
Yeah.
Dang, that's a bass hook set if I ever saw one.
I know.
There we go, we're within 15 feet. Yep, it's an AJ. Right, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it's been a good minute since we've put up a lot of content. We're trying to change some of that stuff right now. Trying to get some more content out there for people as, you know, obviously some of you guys are liking this content and the fact that I've gotten a few, you know, views and some decent viewership going up on those big gear reviews. So we're bringing a gear review back at you today. Today's gear review is really on my new slow pitch jigging setup / speed jigging. I do both with this, and I'll be honest with you, it has become one of my favorite ways to fish. And the reason why is it's just so versatile in the fact that you can fish hundreds, if not thousands of feet of water. There's plenty of videos out there of people fishing all the way up. I think the lightest one I saw was up to like 1,800 feet of water, which is absolutely nuts. And they're doing it with what looks to be like a crappie rod or a small light bass rod, and they are catching massive fish. So it is awesome to see, number one, the feats that are happening on tiny poles and tiny gears and things like that, small gear like this. But it is awesome in the fact that traditionally taking a bait like this, which I know is broken, this one's broken from a fish, but taking a bait that weighs 100 grams, 200 grams, 300, 400, 500 grams, a lot of weight, ounces, and traditionally putting it down at the bottom was going to require a beef stick of a rod, a very large, heavy rod, sometimes heavy, extra heavy rods, 6,000 size reels, clunky stuff, 60-pound braid, 100-pound leaders, things of that nature was what was causing people to be able to fish this kind of technique traditionally before. Well, the problem with that style of fishing is the simple fact that those fish just, it's so cumbersome on the person to try to take several ounces of lead, put it down, 65-pound braid, and then try to jig that stuff. It is so cumbersome, and with this, I've seen a drastic difference. So on the boats that I fish right now, I am actually one of the only ones that has this style of rod, in the fact that I'm the only one with a true slow pitch rod. It means that when everyone else has put that pole down, they put their big beefy rods down, and now I am the only one still fishing, still jigging, still having that opportunity to get a bite. So that is a key piece. But this right here is the Diawa Harrier rod. It is their 6.6. It is a medium action. The cool part about this rod is that it is small. I do kind of like that smaller length just because of the fact that we are boat fishing. We're not trying to necessarily get it up and over anything. You're just kind of jigging it off the side of the boat. Having that close proximity just makes it easier to do those quick pitches and stuff like that. You're not really trying to get that casting distance because you're not casting this rod, that rig. You are not casting a jig. You are just pitching it out there, letting it sink down. So it makes it really great. But this Harrier is a great rod. Up to 250 gram jig. That is huge for this thing. I mean, this thing is tiny. I will roll some clips behind this of us catching massive fish on it. It is a tiny rod for up to a 240 gram jig. The reason why I say that this is so crucial to have a small rod is the lighter it is for you, the more effortless you can make it, the longer you will fish with this, the better opportunity you have to go through and actually genuinely catch that fish. So this is the Harrier rod. I have it paired with the Maxel Hybrid, and this is their left edition. So this is their 20L, which means 20 left edition. I have on it spooled, I think it was about 200 to 220 yards of Power Pro J, or actually I think it was J braid or Power, no, it was Power Pro for this one. So 220 yards of 30-pound Power Pro. It seems to do the trick. The key with these kind of style of fishing is having that lighter, thinner diameter so it cuts through that water column and can stay more vertical without scoping out, which scope is where that lure is gonna go out from below the boat with the current. So the lighter the line, the more streamlined it'll be, the more vertical you're fishing, which is key to that presentation. But this Maxel reel is amazing. This thing has done some wonders. I actually bought it on sale from the new sports shop down here, which is really awesome. It's got 28 pounds of drag. So I know that is not some of the top end for a lot of traditional slow pitch jigs. You can get, you know, a lot of drag out of these reels because they become like that winch. But 28 pounds of drag is plenty. It is 5-to-1 gear ratio, so it is pretty quick. On top of that, it's mostly aluminum, so it is a very lightweight reel. That's the biggest thing. Is the key for this is light. It needs to be light. You want to be able to fish this longer than everyone else. Another key factor that I really love about the Hybrid here, and a lot of the reels are doing this, is that big power handle. That power handle is key because you never know when these fish are gonna come out of nowhere and hit. You may be getting a grouper, you may be getting a snapper, you may be getting sea bass, you may be getting amberjacks. A lot of what we catch here is amberjacks and big sea bass, some smaller grouper and things like that, because I just haven't ventured super far out there. But because of that, when you don't know exactly when you're gonna get bit, having that light rod, having that light gear makes it so you can sit there and really work this bait for a long time. So Diawa Harrier 6'6" with the Maxel 20 left is just my preferences for the left. Really simple design, really awesome lightweight. I mean, I'm telling you, this thing is one of the lightest rods ever. It actually gets picked on a lot for me because of the fact that people will be like, when they first see it, they'll think that, what is this gonna possibly catch? It's so small, it's so lightweight. They just are surprised and shocked when I literally winch up 20-pound plus amberjacks when people catch big fish on this thing, and it works wonders. So, you know, go through, check it out. It's an awesome product. I love this thing. I happen to get on sale to where the rod was $100, the reel was $190, so I was only back into this like $300, which is amazing for those rigs. I think this is like 50-pound leader. I want to say it's 50-pound fluorocarbon leader. This is a loop, simple loops. That way, whenever I want to change out to a new rig, I can just go through, put it through the eye, loop it out and around, and then just like that, I'm on a new jig right there. So we're basically rigged up, ready to go, and we can go catch some fish. So that's why I love doing that little loop, because with a light rod like this, very flexible, very bendy, if you keep this hooked up onto your rig, it's just gonna be bouncing everywhere and it's gonna fall off and go through and probably hit someone in the back, in the face with this. So definitely check it out, awesome rig. I would love this thing. I would recommend it to anyone. Either one of these rigs, the reel or the rod, is crucial for it. I'm gonna be working on getting a spinning rod this weekend, more than likely, so that way we can go through it and get some of the other people on some of the rigs and on some of those fish that they are missing, because it's just too heavy and too cumbersome for them to try to use the other rods for any length of time. But any questions, definitely, if you guys have any questions for it, if you have any, any comments, please leave that in the comment section below. If you have any questions regarding this rig or regarding anything that we're catching, things like that. But again, Diawa Harrier 6'6", medium action, super parabolic rod, very flexible, has a lot of give, so you can catch those fish and really fight those fish with the rod. but mainly you're fighting these things with the reel. They're winching them up from the depths. So super awesome rod. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up. It really is gonna help us out. We're trying to push towards that 1,000 subscribers mark, as well as, you know, getting some awesome video content out to you guys. So please, if you liked it, leave me a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. That being said, if you have not seen this video right here, please check it out, as well as the video right below it. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up, hit that notification bell. That way you receive it the next time I send out a video. All right, take care. Fish now, worry later.